How you doing, guys? Welcome back. It's LSP. It's currently the 25th of July 2022. Want to do a very quick rundown on Bitcoin. Next couple of days are going to be pretty volatile. You can almost feel the volatility increase. You've only got to look at the prices here to see this kind of flicker. It's becoming much more frequent. Things are starting to move a little bit more. And I mentioned this because I used to read time and sales for years. And every time I kind of sit down, and this has been quite flat, over the last sort of 2-3 weeks, a little bit here, a little bit there, but you can start to see the flickering a lot more, which is it's a very subtle indication, that prices are moving a little bit more and starting to kind of ramp up a bit. So I want to talk quickly about Bitcoin because as the dominant sort of benchmark in the cryptocurrency space, we have to be very careful over the next 2-3 days. Yes, we're expecting a rate hike. Yes, we know it's coming. Yes, 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 this is all great, but the reality is we don't know what the impact of that's going to be, because there's been a slowdown going into this particular rate hike. Generally you tend to get movement, so that's priced in, and then that priced in movement then generally tends to either go flat, or you get a move in the opposite direction. Now, the way price is flowing, the way things are moving, we can see that price has clearly taken out number four now. So that liquidity is gone. I did make a mention that sort of 26 up here, would be the next point, slightly higher, 26.5, where price would or could, want to kind of reach into just to rebalance a little bit more. But you can see it tapering off a little bit. Markets are very tentative at the moment. Got to be very, very careful how we approach this. And as always, I personally feel, if we just go back up to the weekly chart, nothing has really changed in the sense of this kind of overall bearish tone. The undercurrent of bearishness is still there. I firmly believe that Bitcoin is going to take a I don't want to say a plunge, but I do think Bitcoin is going to continue going lower at some point. Don't know how long that's going to take. We may see it in the next couple of days. We may see it in the next couple of months. Who knows? But the reality is, I'm going to stand firm in my conviction that this is a rally in a downtrend, not a very strong one at that. If you compare this particular rally, compared to this rally, you'll notice that this one is much more volatile. This is much more sort of engaging. You've got price going back and forth in quite wide ranges. But obviously, as prices, taken a much stronger move to the downside, and now we're kind of resting in this area down here where liquidity is housed, you can see that price isn't as volatile. You can see that price is a little bit more sluggish, which is actually worse, because when price is sluggish like this, it's showing that it is not reaching for areas of liquidity that give you an indication that confirmation is there. At the moment, there is no confirmation. This very tight forming range that we're in, it's like pounding away at this kind of pounding away at this 20,000 sort of mean over and over and over and over and over again. And this is why, if I just kind of zoom out a little bit on this 4-hour chart, this is why we're not seeing these kind of really sort of aggressive moves one way or another. We're just kind of seeing this grinding price delivery, and we're just kind of topping out of here just a little bit and slowly starting to grind back down now into the first area where liquidity is expected to be. You can see it ran just a little bit quicker there, but now we're sort of steadying off again. And I think we'll just continue to either bleed lower or accelerate to the downside and go back to this kind of mean at 20,000 and potentially really start to gain some legs to the downside. And that's my take on things at the moment. Doesn't mean it's going to happen at all. But as always, without confirmation, I refuse to get involved, with the markets. I want to see something real. For example, a nice sharp drop into 148 on Binance, then I'll start paying attention. But at the moment, caution is advised. Be careful over the next couple of days. Stay safe. Keep your powder dry if you can. And with all of that said, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next update. All the best. Take care. Ciao for now.